We have to thank Hollywood and stage hypnosis for the countless misconceptions people have about hypnosis. Say what? Yeah, but I'm here to clarify those misconceptions and bust each myth with the truth. Welcome to Mind Untangling Podcast by Holistic Transformation Center, where you can find tips to improve your well-being, achieve your goals, and all things related to my RTT hypnosis practice. On my daily practice, I help my clients reach their personal best and get to that ever-elusive next level. If you're not sure why you're stuck, unmotivated, or not reaching your goals, you're in the right place. So let's get started. This episode is about hypnosis, 7 myths and truths. We've all heard of people acting like chicken on stage or dancing with a broom believing it was the love of their life, right? Which takes us to the first idea that hypnosis is just a show, right? Well, that is the first myth I'm happy to bust for you. Myth 1. Hypnosis is just a show. Well, some hypnosis is just a show. Is it for real? Yes, definitely people most likely are under hypnosis. But the stage hypnotist has certain techniques to discern from the volunteers which ones are the most likely to be hypnotized and the most suggestible ones. The ones that will go along with anything. Basically, people that volunteer, want to be hypnotized. They want to be on stage. They are willing to be part of the magic show that's being put on by the stage hypnotist. And they, in fact, go along and get hypnotized through the process. But this is just a part of hypnosis with no purpose besides entertainment. Most hypnosis is actually used with a focus on personal goals of emotional, mental, physical, and relational well-being. It has been used for centuries to help with anxiety, phobias, addictions, to improve performance, to treat trauma, pain management, to improve capacity for the body to fight disease, and so many other areas of our lives. So the myth is busted. The truth is, unlike a show, most hypnosis is actually used therapeutically. It is a way to improve individual inner awareness and a path for personal growth and well-being. Myth 2. Hypnosis is mind control. This is probably on the top of all hypnosis myths. Most of my clients' concerns involve some level of fear of losing control or being manipulated while in hypnosis. The thing is, no one can be forced to do anything they don't want to. No one can be forced into hypnosis like we see in many movies. And if you do decide to be hypnotized, only the suggestions that are aligned with what you want will be taken along by your mind. If I told my clients during the session, you will give me all your money and put my name on your will, they would immediately snap out of hypnosis and end the session right there. The truth is that in hypnosis, you are actually more in control. And even though you are more open to suggestions, you only take on board the things that make sense to you at that moment. It's a state of increased control of your mind with a focused intent, where you have an amazing cognitive flexibility. Myth busted. Hypnosis is not mind control. It is actually a means of enhancing our control over your mind and body and ultimately your life. Myth 3. I will be asleep during hypnosis. In reality, you will not be asleep. You will be in a state of relaxation where you're almost asleep, but not quite. Most people remember everything that is said during the sessions. The reason hypnosis practitioners use the word sleep is to simply allow the mind to quickly access a state of relaxation, where our brain is at an alpha and theta wave frequency. And what happens when we're under hypnosis is that our peripheral awareness the awareness of our surroundings is reduced. And at the same time, we narrow down our focus to something specific, something we want, getting in a state of heightened hyperfocus. This hyperfocus gives us amazing cognitive problem solving capabilities. When we accept an unusual premise and get out of the limiting beliefs box of the conscious mind, we use our creativity and imagination to try that premise out instead of rejecting it up front. We're open to suggestions presented, and we can clearly see how those suggestions will bring the solution to our problems effectively. We reframe our perspective, our beliefs, and we empower ourselves by creatively bringing in new ways of thinking that will permanently bring along the change that we want in our lives. It is extremely empowering. Myth busted. During hypnosis, you are awake, hyper-focused, but deeply relaxed. By rule, you will remember everything that was said during the session. Myth 4. Hypnosis is unnatural, woo-woo, or magic. This is absolutely incorrect because you actually get into hypnosis state several times each day. When you are close to sleep but not quite, or when you are waking up but not quite awake, when you catch yourself staring at a point completely absorbed, or when you are driving a well-known commute, thinking about everything else except for the driving, or when you are creating, when you use your imagination, when you are concentrated reading a book or watching a movie and someone comes behind you and startles you. So many situations, really. It's not by chance that they love to put commercials in the middle of the movies. They know that when we are relaxed and in hyper focus, we are more open to suggestions. Myth busted. Hypnosis state is a natural state just as other natural states like meditation, sleep, or being awake is. Everyone experiences hypnosis on a daily basis, even if they're not aware. Myth 5. I will get stuck in hypnosis state. I don't know who came up with this one, really. Where are all those people that got stuck in hypnosis? In a ward or warehouse or something? That just simply doesn't happen. Just as you go to sleep and wake up in the morning, you also get out of hypnosis state at will. If there is an interruption or the hypnosis practitioner goes away for whatever reason or doesn't bring you back to your peripheric consciousness, what may happen is that you are so relaxed that you simply fall asleep. Then after a while, you wake up. Let's say I'm in one of my daily remote sessions with a client. All my sessions are online. I have clients all over the world. And all of a sudden, one of us loses Wi-Fi connection. I simply tell them prior to the session starting that if that happens, we can simply start where we left. And they usually just open their eyes and go sort it out to get back on the session with me. So here is another myth busted. There is no such thing as anyone getting stuck in hypnosis, not even if they wanted to. And I bet many people wouldn't mind because it feels so good, but it's just not possible. You naturally come back to full awareness every time, just as you also come back from your sleep. It feels really good, but you simply can't keep sleeping even if you wanted to either, right? Myth 6. Only weak-minded people can be hypnotized. The truth is that everyone can be hypnotized. The Institute for Clinical Hypnosis states, either a weak-minded or strong-minded person who resists will make a poor hypnotic subject. On the other hand, a weak or strong-minded person who cooperates will be a good subject. Dr. David Spiegel, Wilson Professor and Associate Chair of Psychiatry at Stanford University School of Medicine, has been studying hypnosis all his life. He considers hypnosis as an incredible adaptive advantage for the individuals that use it, resulting in stronger-minded individuals. Hypnosis is a hyper-focused state where we can direct our attention to evaluate and create the useful meanings that will bring the change that we want and are aligned with our goals. It removes from the brain synapses that are no longer useful, and it literally creates new synapses for the conditions that will bring on the change that is needed. I personally consider anyone that seeks self-improvement, personal growth, resolving a condition or a behavior that is problematic as someone with a certain level of intelligence, because it does require a person to be open to grow and seek hypnosis to work on their limitations. And there's nothing better than hypnosis to do so. It requires some level of self-reflection to be open to do the beautiful work of self-discovery and to want to understand how the mind works. Myth busted. Someone that is open to new perspectives has a great cognitive flexibility, which is linked with greater emotional and cognitive intelligence. But ultimately, anyone can be hypnotized if they are willing to. Myth 7. Hypnosis is dangerous. Hypnosis has not succeeded in killing anyone because it simply is not dangerous. Dr. David Spiegel calls hypnosis as a valuable, effective treatment that we have underutilized for centuries. It's a safe, non-invasive, and the worst that can happen is just it doesn't work, which is not very common. People usually see some level of improvement with hypnosis. So many drugs have been prescribed for so many things that hypnosis alone could help. And many of those prescriptions end in death for patients. So it is an important job for me to advocate for hypnosis, not only because it's what I chose to do professionally and I'm very passionate about it, but because I see the mind-blowing results that it has in individuals. Hypnosis can be used safely for pain management, PTSD, addictions, phobias, anxiety, depression, recovery from physical illness and physical trauma, insomnia, compulsive behavior, career issues, sports and performance, weight loss, just to name a few. People need to know the power of their minds to overcome anything. And as an RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy practitioner, it is my passion, but also my duty to empower people into transforming their lives completely through hypnosis. Myth busted. Hypnosis is safe, effective, and one of the best ways to bring neuroplasticity, which is the ability for the brain to form and reorganize synaptic connections between neurons. The ability of the brain to form new connections and pathways and change how its circuits are wired conveys the individuals an adaptive advantage. As Dr. David Spiegel says, hypnosis is not in and on itself a treatment, but rather a skill that our brains can use to facilitate change and problem solving. I hope you enjoyed this article. Please leave me a comment on what subjects you would like me to cover in the future. I would really like to know. In the meantime, if you have an issue that you would like to see eradicated from your life through hypnosis, send me an email on support@holistictransformationcenter.com. I would love to help. Bye, everyone. I'll see you again for my next episode of Mind Untangling. And remember, you are more powerful than you imagine. Take care.